Your life's biggest challenges into your greatest opportunities might have been discovered over 2,000 years ago. Imagine facing life's most brutal storms with a calm so powerful that nothing, absolutely nothing, could shake your inner peace. Sounds like a superpower, right? But here's the uncomfortable truth. You already have that power every day. You're letting your emotions, your circumstances, and the chaos of the world dictate your happiness and peace. You're allowing the storms to control you too. Tear apart your sense of self. The real question is why? Why let life's uncontrollable forces burn you out when Stoic wisdom offers a way to reclaim your strength to find peace amid the madness? This ancient philosophy teaches us that while we can't control what happens to us, we can control how we respond, and that, my friend, is where true freedom lies. If you're tired of being a passenger in your own life, if you're ready to take the wheel and steer yourself toward unshakable peace, then stick with me. This journey is going to challenge everything you thought you knew about yourself and the world around you. If you're ready to embrace this shift, to take ownership of your mind and your actions, then I invite you to subscribe. For your own good, it's about committing to growth, to self-mastery, and to living a life aligned with your highest values. Let's walk this path together. 1. Focus on what you can control. Life has a way of throwing challenges at us when we least expect it. We've all been there, stressed out, rushing, trying to get everything done, and then, bam, something goes wrong. Maybe it's a traffic jam when you're already running late, or a comment on social media that hits you like a punch in the gut. It feels like the universe is out to get you, doesn't it? But here's the thing that might surprise you. You can't control most of what happens in life. The traffic, whether the people around you, they're all beyond your control. But the one thing you do control, 100%, is your reaction. This is where Stoicism comes in. The ancient Stoics like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius believed that the key to peace and happiness lies in focusing on what you can control and letting go of the rest. It's a simple idea, but one that can completely shift the way you navigate life's challenges. It's not the traffic, the negativity, or the chaos around you that's causing your stress. It's how you choose to respond. Think about that next time you're stuck in traffic. Do you let your blood pressure rise, getting angrier with each passing minute? Or do you take a deep breath, shift your mindset, and use the time productively? It's all up to you. When you focus on what's in your control, your thoughts, your mindset, your actions, you take back the power that you might have unknowingly handed over to everything around you. Carl Jung believed that our responses to external events shape who we are, not the events themselves. So every time you face something that seems out of your control, remember that your reaction is the one thing you get to choose. The next time you find yourself stuck somewhere, frustrated by what's happening, pause, take a deep breath, acknowledge that you can't change the external situation, and then shift your focus inward. Can you use that time to think clearly, listen to something positive, or even relax? You absolutely can, and in doing so, you regain control over your peace of mind, which is something no traffic jam can ever take away. When we embrace this Stoic principle, we start to build emotional resilience. Imagine facing life's challenges, not with anger or frustration, but with calm acceptance. It's like having a shield around your peace of mind, and yes, this takes practice. You won't always get it right, but with time it becomes easier. Just think of the long-term impact. Less stress, more clarity, and the ability to focus on what matters. Instead of letting life's little hiccups throw you off course, you learn to keep your eyes on the road ahead, both literally and metaphorically. Now let's take this idea of focusing on what's in your control and apply it to another area of life. Our relationships. How often do we get upset because someone said something that we didn't like, or someone didn't act the way we expected? We can't control other people's behavior, but we can control how we respond to it. Here's the thing: you can't change the actions of others, but you can choose how you engage with them. If someone cuts you off in traffic, for example, you can choose whether to react with anger or let it slide. When someone at work or in your personal life says something that rubs you the wrong way, you get to decide whether to react emotionally or respond with understanding. While we can't change other people's behavior or the world around us, we have complete power over our own minds. By focusing on what's in our control, our thoughts, reactions, and actions, we reclaim the strength that's rightfully ours. It's not easy, especially when someone pushes our buttons, but the practice of Stoicism teaches us to respond to others with empathy and self-control, rather than letting their actions determine our mood. Imagine how different your relationships would be if you could consistently respond with calmness and clarity. Instead of reacting impulsively, you'd be able to navigate disagreements more effectively, maintain your peace even in tense situations, and most importantly, stop letting others take away your inner calm. This shift doesn't just make you feel better, it strengthens your relationships by making you a more stable and thoughtful presence in the lives of others. Here's where the power of Stoicism really comes to life, in how it shapes our everyday interactions. By learning to focus on what we can control, we're also learning to become more mindful of our responses. And this isn't just some abstract, feel-good philosophy. There's a practical side to it. For instance, next time you're overwhelmed with everything on your to-do list, instead of letting it all pile up and create anxiety, take a moment to focus on the task at hand. Ask yourself, what can I control right now? What's the next step? By taking small manageable actions instead of trying to control everything all at once, you not only reduce stress but also become more effective in tackling your goals. The Stoics teach us that we don't need to be perfect. In fact, they believe that perfection is not the goal is progress. Small steps every day lead to big changes. It's about taking responsibility for what's in your control, doing your best, and letting go of everything else. It's the opposite of being a perfectionist. It's about realizing that some things are simply beyond your reach. And once you accept that, you free yourself from the anxiety of trying to control everything around you. Carl Jung had an insightful take on this when he said, "Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people." When we accept that we can't control everything around us, we stop projecting our frustrations onto others. We begin to see the world for what it is, full of imperfections and uncertainties, and learn to navigate it with a sense of clarity and control. This shift in perspective is what allows you to stop reacting negatively and start responding thoughtfully. So what does this all mean for you right here, right now? It means taking responsibility for your own peace. You might not be able to control what happens at work or the frustrations of daily life or the behavior of the people around you, but you can control how you react, and by consistently choosing calm mindfulness and clarity, you create a life that is less chaotic and more centered. That's not a small thing, it's a game changer. Stoicism doesn't promise that life will be free of obstacles or frustrations, but what it does promise is that by focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, your reactions, and your mindset, you'll be able to navigate those obstacles with grace and strength. This principle alone can transform the way you experience life. Imagine facing setbacks without feeling defeated, navigating tough situations without feeling overwhelmed. It's possible, and it starts with understanding this simple but profound Stoic lesson. Focus on what you can control and let go of everything else too. Embrace the obstacle. It's easy to get discouraged when life throws you a curveball, whether it's a job, rejection, a difficult conversation, or something unexpected that turns your plans upside down. The initial instinct is often to ask, why me? It's like the universe is conspiring against you, and you can't help but feel frustrated. But what if I told you that this mindset, while natural, is exactly what keeps you stuck? What if the very obstacles that seem to block your path are actually the things that could propel you forward in ways you never expected? This is exactly what the Stoics believed when they said the obstacle is the way. This might sound counterintuitive at first, but once you understand it, it can completely change the way you approach life's challenges. The Stoics didn't see obstacles as mere hurdles to jump over or problems to solve. Instead, they saw obstacles as opportunities for growth, learning, and transformation. Think about it, every setback, every failure, and every difficult moment is a chance to test your resilience. It's a moment to dig deeper and find strength you didn't know you had. When things don't go as planned, you're forced to adapt, you're forced to think creatively, to reframe your perspective, and to discover new ways to approach life's challenges. That's where growth happens. It's in the struggle, not in the smooth sailing. When you face an obstacle, try to shift your mindset. Instead of focusing on how unfair it is or how much it hurts, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? That simple shift in perspective can change everything. It allows you to approach the situation with curiosity, instead of frustration, with the mindset of a learner rather than a victim. When you stop seeing obstacles as something